Okay, this was not clickbait. I actually lost my passport and I came to the cruise terminal to check in and I did not have it, but I was able to still get on. How'd that happen? Let's go.
Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps, earning free cruises, and a whole lot more. Thanks for watching. Now let's get rolling.
Well, hey, man, this was nerve-wracking. Let me tell you, if you followed the channel, and by the way, welcome to the channel, Playing Craps on a Cruise to Earn a Free Cruise. My name is Brian. But hey, check this out, man. I could not believe it. Talk about nerve-wracking. Okay, I have a bag. If you follow the channel, you know I have my bag packed all the time. My bag is always packed. And this last cruise I went on, I went camping because I went on a back-to-back, but there was one day in between, so I went camping, so I took a different bag, blah, blah, blah. Okay, long story short is this. I thought I had my passport in the bag, and because I always have it packed, but I am going to an Alaskan cruise, so I had to put in some different kind of clothes than I normally put in for the Caribbean, because in Alaska, you know, you want to have a jacket and different things like that. So I was really worried about, oh, do I have you know, warm socks? Do I have my rain shoes? Do I have a poncho? These are things that you want to bring when you go to Alaska, and that's what I was making sure I had, and I totally overlooked the checklist of one of the most important things is your passport. Oh my gosh. So I get to the cruise terminal, and I'm getting ready to get on. They're like, passports, passports. So I'm looking for my passport. I cannot find it in my bag. And I'm like, wait a minute, I saw that bag, and I look in the bag, it's not there. Oh my goodness. So they wouldn't let me in. And I said, is there a place that I can go if I don't have it? And they said, let me call somebody. So they took me and they escorted me to this place, not a room, but this one part of a check-in where they said, we cannot let you on board without, do you have your ID? I'm like, yeah, I have my ID. They said, do you have your birth certificate? I'm like, no, I don't have a birth certificate. I have my passport. I checked in with my passport online, and I don't have my passport. I must have lost it. I just didn't, I don't know what happened. And they said, well, do you have any way to get a picture of your birth certificate from someone, like from someone at home or something like that? And I said, yeah, I could probably do that. So I called my son. He's digging through everything. We have a family binder that has all of our info in it. So he goes to the place where it is, and he opens it up, and he gets the family binder that has all the different stuff, and he sends me a picture. So then I was able to connect to their printer and print out a picture. Now, normally a copy does not work, by the way. I'll just tell you that right now. A picture of the passport wouldn't work, because I had a picture of the passport, even though I didn't have the passport in my history. But I never just had a picture of like my birth certificate. Well, this is the tip for the video here. The tip of the video is always make sure to have a picture of your birth certificate, because you might need it if you can't find your passport. Oh my goodness. So anyway, they do this thing. They manually log me on. They keep a copy of what we printed out. They give me a copy of my birth certificate that's printed, and they said you might need this when you're getting off or coming back. And I think they were saying that because they didn't know we were going from Seattle to Seattle. That was another reason why I wasn't too freaked out about like making sure I have my passport, because I'm going from Seattle to Seattle. I'm not going from like Seattle to Vancouver and then having to fly out of Canada. Like, definitely I wouldn't be here if that was the case. I wouldn't be on this. They wouldn't let me on, because you can't get off and go through customs in another country with a copy of something. Oh my gosh. So anyway, it was nerve-wracking, because there was a long line of people getting on, and then they said, hey, you don't have it, please step aside. And he's dealing with all kinds of people, so I'm just waiting there, and I'm like, well, is there some place I could go? Is there somebody I could talk to? And so he radios for somebody to come. They come and escort me through security, through the line, and take me to this desk. And it was pretty like amazing that I was able to get on board. I'm just saying. And so when I took that picture, that thumbnail for this video, I hadn't been on board yet. There was still one more scanning to actually be on board. So I didn't even know if I was going to make it at that point. But then right after I took that video, that picture, I walked up, they scanned it, they said, "You're good to go." And I just walked on board, and I got on board and I came straight to the casino to do this video. And I haven't even eaten. I'm like hungry. It's like 1 o'clock, which is late for getting on board. I will say that when I went to the airport, okay, I went to the airport and I got to the airport and I looked for an Uber to come to the Pier 91. It's called Pier 91, where Celebrity and Royal Caribbean sell out of in Seattle. And so I went from the airport and I looked at an Uber and it was like almost $100. And I'm like, what? $100 for an Uber? This is crazy, you know? And then I know about all the airports have a transfer. So I looked for people holding up Royal Caribbean signs at the airport. I saw somebody, I went over, I'm like, yeah, I didn't book this, like, but I was wondering if there's any spots. So they're like, yeah. So I went, they took me down to this place. Again, I had to be escorted to a place because there's no way that you'd be able to find the desk where I was to get on the shuttle to come to the cruise port from the Seattle airport. And so it was $34 for one way, one person. And I'm like, $34 is better than $94 or whatever it was. It was close to $100. And I thought, I'm gonna do it. So I did it. I you know, waiting for a bus. Let me tell you, if you're at Orlando, use the shuttle to go to Orlando, to Port Canaveral. That's great. I will never do this shuttle from Seattle Airport to the Seattle cruise port. I will not do that. I will pay extra for an Uber. It just took so long. My flight landed at 10 a.m. and I got here at like 12:15 or something like that. I mean, not only waiting for the shuttle to arrive and then filling it up and then everybody loading up and then getting the spill and then, you know, getting off, waiting for the luggage and then grabbing your luggage and then getting in a big long line. I'm saying for Seattle airport to the cruise port, Uber is better. I mean, I'm sure a taxi would probably be similar. Actually, I don't know how much a taxi would have cost, but the taxis have a whole different line that they go in. So do the buses, but I think probably I should look into taxi because although taxis, you know, sometimes they seem to me to be kind of dirty, but you know, I feel like I need to take a shower and get some hand sanitizer after I get out of a taxi. But other than that, maybe I should have done a taxi. But anyway, I made it on board. I'm gonna have some videos coming out. But the moral of the story is this. Okay, number one, if you're gonna forget something, don't forget something. Don't forget your passport. And if you do forget your passport, make sure to have a picture of your birth certificate and make sure to have your ID with you. And then you can, you know, rest assured that you'll probably be able to get on board. But man, I could not believe this. I'm kind of getting ready to relax. I'm gonna go grab some food. I'm gonna get to the room. Later on tonight, I'll come right here. I have some free play. And if you haven't seen the channel before, this channel is all about playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise or playing in the casino. And so I would love for you to subscribe and watch a video. In fact, you can watch this video here. This video will tell you exactly how the whole free cruise system works. And then you can definitely subscribe. And I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya.